Well, South Africa's small but vibrant textile industry continues to buckle under the dominance of China. Economists estimate almost 70,000 South African jobs have been lost in the sector over the last 7 years. And while Chinese textiles continue to flood the global market, some say it's time South Africans change the way we do things.
Cape Town's Salt River is the heart of South Africa's textile industry. Thousands of people, mostly women, toil on the factory floor to make ends meet. Despite meager salaries, their working conditions and labor protection far exceed that of their Chinese colleagues. The average textile worker here in South Africa takes home around 2,400 rand a month, has access to paid sick and maternity leave, as well as several other benefits their Chinese counterparts don't.
There's nothing much, there's nothing to complain about, because everything so far is good.
They look after us, tea times, lunch times, there's facilities for us, and they just look after us, it's fine.
Working conditions in factories like these are not always ideal, but South African labor law does guarantee a certain level of fairness. It's quite a different story in many countries in the Far East, including China, where cut-price labor makes for products which are globally more competitive. Despite this, labor analysts like Michael Bagraims believe it's time for government to relax certain regulations. Minimum wage alone, he says, puts local producers on the back foot against the Chinese, as it's built into the price of making the garment.
Our labor laws are complex. Our factories, unfortunately, have to adhere to these labor laws, and unfortunately our minimum wage is of such a nature that it becomes a problem to create the garments on such a scale and at such a price that we're actually seeing those being imported into the country.
For the textile industry, it's a case of adapt or die. If South Africa cannot compete against the East as a mass producer, analysts say maybe it's time the South African market transformed itself into a niche designer one. Lester Kivet, E! News, Cape Town.